Of course, boys' brains are different. So it turns out teenage boys just aren't lazy. Their brains are literally 2 years behind girls. Nobody really talks about it. That might blow your mind. So everybody's always asking why boys are struggling in school and falling behind. And well, the answer is kind of like right in our heads. Boys' brains are going to develop way slower than girl brains, especially the parts that control impulse and planning. This already. Our prefrontal cortex, which is basically the CEO of our brain, it's going to mature about 2 years later in boys than in girls. 2 years. That's like asking a freshman to compete with a junior. So the cerebellum reaches full size at age 11 for girls, but not until 15 for boys. That is a 4 year difference. That's the part of the brain that controls emotional regulation and attention. So when your mom asks, why can't you be more like your sister? The scientific answer really is because my brain architecture is different, mom. Now, here's the crazy part. Almost 1 in 4 boys gets labeled as having a developmental disability. 1 in 4. What if it's not the boys that are broken? What if it's the system that doesn't understand how boys' brains actually work? Think of teenage brains like cars. Everyone has an accelerator pedal that makes you want exciting experiences and a brake pedal for impulse control. But boys get a race car accelerator with bicycle brakes. They're hardwired to seek thrills while having less ability to stop themselves. It's like somebody, I don't know, it's like giving somebody a Ferrari with a parking brake system from a tricycle. And the part that really gets me is parts of our brain actually have to get smaller to work better. Our brains prune themselves like trimming a hedge. And this happens earlier in girls than in boys. The gap is biggest at 16, which is exactly when high school gets the most intense. Now, think about walking through your high school walkway, watching the girls planning their college applications while boys are still trying to figure out how to remember locker combinations. It's not laziness, it is neuroscience. 3 out of 4 teachers are women. They're expecting teenage boys to behave like teenage girls when their brains are literally wired completely different. It's like judging fish on their ability to climb trees. If you keep this in mind, maybe holding boys back in school a year will let them catch up a little bit. No, if maybe you're really smart, you don't need to do it. Maybe you didn't have any problems.